We are still 11th in the Premier League, and we have been busy in the January transfer window. But FM is playing hardball again. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Rodney Parade, Newport. And if you were a first-time visitor here, subscribe, watch, like and comment and help us to support research into chronic heart disease. And if you are already following along, you'll know that we were 11th in the Premier League. We are still 11th in the Premier League against all the odds. We were 1,000 to 1 to be relegated and finish bottom, but we have 33 points from 26 games. By my reckoning, we probably only need another 11 points. But let's have a look what happened in the January transfer window. We made some signings, as you can see, but we let some people go. We let Zach Swanson go out on loan to Rotherham. One of our younger boys, Sam Relish, went out on loan to Hamilton, and we sold Sonny Carey for 2.7 million to Reading. He just simply wasn't cutting it. He was having an appalling season. I decided to get rid of him. And Jensen Weir went out on loan to Swansea in a little bit of a clear out in the midfield. We had far too many people in midfield. We brought in Dmitry Baranov, an experienced defensive midfielder from Celtic. He had looked like a very, very good player. He's been appalling in training, and you can see his attributes are dropping crazily. He has also had a dreadful start to his Newport career and is not playing very well at all. We then also, as you might know, we brought in Andrew Trodd. What a fantastic footballer he looks like. But this is where FM has been playing hardball. And I knew it would happen. And they have now decided he's going to be out pretty much for the rest of the season. And they've broken his ribs. And this is what FM does. And my best player, certainly my best and most valuable attacker, has now been sidelined for probably the rest of the season, and we're going to have to survive without him. We also brought in Zapata, and we were thinking that he would make a very good attacking midfielder, certainly got all the attributes, but he also has had a dreadful start. He is a young boy, and I suppose what we've got to do is give him time. We brought him in from Atletico Nacional for 1.2 million. And then finally, we brought in a young Brazilian defender, not the finished article by any means. And he has also had a dreadful start to his Newport career. But again, he's just 19 years old. We've got to give these boys time. We've got to just somehow try and survive this season, give them time to grow together. We're a very, very young team. But he's another one who's made a dreadful start. We brought him in from Inter Milan for 11.5 million. And I'm just hoping that they will come good as they get into their early 20s, that they will become very, very good players. They certainly have the potential to do that, so we can only cross fingers. But on the pitch, things have been pretty disastrous. When you were with us last time, you will have seen us. We beat Swindon 4-1 in the FA Cup third round. We then lost 2-0 to Tottenham, and Chelsea came and thrashed us 4-1. But we did bounce back, and away at Bristol City we got a 1-0 win with a late winner. But then Manchester City and Liverpool both just took us apart, really, showing we're not good enough as yet for the Premier League. We did, however, bounce back against Sheffield United in our last fixture and win by 2-1. Again, we scored a late winner, and maybe with the fixtures that we have coming up, maybe we can build on that. And we certainly have in the next 3 fixtures games that we are capable of getting some return. And then we follow that with Crystal Palace, Leeds, Fulham, Southampton, they are fixtures that we can get points in. I'm hoping to get 10 points so that we can at least survive in the Premier League this year. I'll keep my job, hopefully, and we can let the team grow, add a couple more in the summer window, and let the team then grow together. I think they have potential. But for today, away at Watford, it's Balcom, Foster, Beelen, Komietio, Kovic, Baranov, Bilek, Hackney in midfield, and Kurjan makes a return, and Barry and McNeil will play up top. And so let's go and play some football, and let's see if we can't get something out of this game against Watford. It should be a close game, and we're going to play positively, attack them, and try and go toe-to-toe with them and see what happens. And as the teams prepare, the game is now underway. And it's been a slow start. Nothing has happened in the first 10 minutes, and Balcom has the ball. He finds Beelen out to Foster. And Bilek, again, this is what we are doing. That was a dreadful pass. And Kovic picks up the ball, and he finds Barry. Barry into Kurjan. Kurjan, now he needs to find some form. He's bursting through the middle, and that was a dreadful, dreadful shot. And FM is playing hardball. My players are totally out of form, lacking confidence. We can't defend. Our defensive work is atrocious. We can't defend. We can't score. Midfield, we can't keep the ball. We're in all sorts of trouble at the moment. As Barry, he looks to try to do something down the right, and he gets a cross in, and that is harmlessly headed away. But it's picked up by Hackney. Hackney back in the team. He is training well. He's playing okay at the moment. Not the greatest of players. But once again, we've given the ball away. Kurjan again, we had such hopes on Kurjan, but he's just so out of form. We're going to just, I think, slow down the tempo a little bit, try to get them to get their passes on target. I think maybe we're playing at too high a tempo. As Watford, with João Pedro, he brings it down the right, and Watford have a chance. And once again, our defending was shambolic, but we've got away with it. And we seem to be holding our own here. We're not creating too much. As Balcom finds Beelen. He finds Baranov. Hackney with the ball, and we are playing it with a much lower tempo now. We're slowing it down. And hopefully our passes now can find our men. And here's Kurjan. Kurjan puts in McNeil. McNeil must score. Well, that was a great tackle. But I would have expected McNeil to use his pace and beat the Watford defender. And that looks like a lack of confidence to me. And here's Hackney with the corner. It's headed back out to Hackney, and that is put into touch by Watford. I think it is a confidence issue. The boys actually don't believe that they actually belong here, and quite frankly, neither do I. But I think, give it a year or two, they're all very, very young. I think this team could do something in the Premier League, as Watford have another effort, and that goes harmlessly over the bar. And yeah, as I said, I think that in a few years, if we can keep that team together, growing together, by the time they're 23, 24 years old, they will be a very, very good team. But at half-time, it's Watford 0, Newport 0. We'll take that. We'll say it's going well. Keep it going. And let's see what the second half will bring as Bilek plays it back to Beelen. Beelen to Komietio. Komietio, who's found a little bit of form. And he fires a long ball over the top, and McNeil is in, and he must score this time. Can he score? And that is cleared off the line. And unlucky, but why didn't he put his laces through that instead of doing the fancy stuff? But we were unlucky there. Cleared off the line. And on another day, we could be 1-0 up. And Kurjan, now can you do it this time? Kurjan with the shot, and he puts it wide. We're not scoring, we can't defend. Well, I just really don't know what to do with these boys. And Hackney finds Barry. Barry, he's looking to put through McNeil again, but he's not focused. He's not playing very well at all. But Kovic wins the ball in midfield. He looks for Balick to Hackney. Hackney, who's having quite a good game. He's everywhere. And then Balick gives the ball away again. And this is the story of our season. And we're back under pressure. And we need to just hold on to the ball a little bit better. And Watford spray a long pass out to De La Cruz. And they are building an attack down the left and looking to get it into the box. And there's a cross, and that's headed out by Cometio, though we are in a mess at the back as Watford bring it forward, and João Pedro has put Watford 1-0 up. And we couldn't have asked for a worse start to the second half. And it was a good header out. But unfortunately, the defence was all over the place when they ran it back at us. Too much space, and Watford have taken the lead. And all season we've managed to do so well. We really don't want to get dragged into a relegation battle now. As McNeil is in the clear. Can he do it this time? It's a good save by the goalkeeper. And another chance. And we're just not putting these chances away. As we have a corner, and Hackney swings in the corner, and that's headed out harmlessly. Cometio will be first to the ball, and that comes to nothing. And in terms of the overall match stats, we are doing very, very well. We're certainly matching Watford in every department. But our defending isn't great, and we do make errors. That, I think, is the difference between the two sides. Here comes Balick. Balick is looking long. And here's McNeil again. McNeil is in the clear. Can he score this time? And it's another good save by the goalkeeper. But I would have put my house on McNeil getting at least one of the 3 or 4 chances that he has had. And it's going to be one of those days, I think, as Kirjan finds Hackney, Baranov to Kirjan. And there's one over the top to Barry. Now, can Barry score? No, he can't. And despite switching the two forwards around, Barry is showing that he can't do it either. We have had chance after chance after chance, and if you don't take them at this level, you're going to lose games. And I suspect that Watford will sneak another one before the game is over as they come forward, and that is a shot that just goes wide of the far post. And yeah, unless we take our chances, we're going to switch things up a little bit. We're going to go a little bit more direct now. Try and use the pace of the forwards, who, ratings-wise, are not playing that badly. They just can't seem to score. We're going to put that down, I guess, to the goalkeeper having a really good game. As Watford come forward again and driving towards the penalty area, he feeds it back, and they're looking for... and they've found a way down the right-hand side, but he's been closed down nicely. And he's looking to get outside. Can he get a cross in? No, the closing down worked very nicely there. But here they come again. They are trying to move the ball around, and Cometio fires it clear. And that's won by Barry. Barry finds Balick now. He finds Lewis. Baranov finds Lewis again, and Lewis moves it down the right to Barry. Barry trying to get through the channels, and he is forced out wide. Can he get a cross in? He's looking to cross it in, and here is Hackney! And Hackney has hit a wonder goal. His first goal of the season, out of nowhere. He doesn't score goals like that. He's in the side because he is training well, because his performances on the pitch are not great but not bad. It was a clearance. First touch was excellent. Turn and volley into the top corner. It's Watford 1, Newport 1. We've taken a chance, and I guess no more than we deserved as Barry swings the ball in and Dusak's made it 2-1. But I think it is going to be ruled offside. The referee's standing there. He's waiting for VAR to have a look. And yes, it's disallowed. He maybe did look a little bit offside. In fact, there are 5 of them in a line, all offside. And we have to, I think, have a training session on the offside rule at free kicks. But we are going to try and hold out now. We have 10 minutes to go, and here's a chance. And my word, that was a good save. And Balcom certainly earned his money there. And we're going to take off Kovic and bring on Logan Pye, who's a little bit tired, Kovic. Logan Pye, who we wanted to give back to Bournemouth, but he's hardly played a game all season. But Bournemouth didn't seem very concerned about the fact he's not playing on his loan and didn't try to recall him. And here come Watford, and I think that was offside. I'm going to guess that is way offside. I'll be very upset if that is allowed. That was way offside. The referee is checking VAR. And the goal is disallowed. He was a mile offside, I think. If that had been given, I'd have been very, very upset. We're going to regroup now, just try and hold on in the last 8 minutes or so. And it was a header by Kumetio. Yeah, there's 2 of them were a mile offside. And that we will take 1-1. Ours was offside. Theirs was offside too. Fair. And as we come into the final minutes, we will take a point away at Watford. And final score, Watford 1, Newport 1. I think we can be fairly pleased with that, boys. You've done very, very well. And that keeps us in 11th place. We have to play a lot of teams below us now. And I reckon if we get 10 more points and we have 7 or 8 games there where it is possible to get points, and we only need 10 more points, and we, I think, will be safe at 44 points. And we will have another season in the Premier League. In terms of the schedule that's coming up, if we have a look at it, you can see we have Leicester, who are below us, Crystal Palace, who are in the relegation area, Leeds, 1 place above us, Fulham, who are in the relegation zone, and we have a lot of teams, Burnley, who are struggling. We have a lot of teams to play that we can pick up enough points to survive, and I'm just hopeful that things don't go from bad to worse here. And I think we'll probably come back for the Fulham game. We should be in with a fighting chance of winning, and by then, hopefully, I can give us some good news that we're looking like we're safe. And that's it for this video. Don't forget, subscribe, watch, like and comment, and help the channel to grow and help us to support research into chronic heart disease. But for now, all that remains for me to say is we will see you in the next episode.